Welcome to Voices of an Author with V. Waring. I am excited that you all decided to join us here tonight. Tonight, we have a dynamic woman that is going to be featured tonight. Her name is actually Candace Sanders. She is a international author, a global speaker, a consultant. Most importantly, she is a woman of God, a wife and a mother. To tell you all that are new to this platform a little about Voices of an Author, the Voices of an Author is simply what it says. It is actually the voice of an author. So many times we read books and we try to figure out, well, who is this person? What was this person going through? Because of the tones that we pick up, because of the personalities that we pick up. And so we've created this platform to introduce you to the actual author themselves. Join me tonight in welcoming Global Speaker Network's own Candace Sanders to Voices of an Author. Hi, Miss Sanders. How are you doing this evening?
How are you? I'm great, thank you.
Thank you for joining us on today. I am so excited that you're here with us. You just came off of vacation, so you are looking well rested
Yes.
and you are ready to get moving.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So we're not going to keep the audience long because they're waiting to see who is this that V. Waring has on the show today. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you said, I am, first of all, the daughter of the king. I am a new wife. I just got married in February. I am the mother of 4 children. Our oldest just started her first year in college, and our baby just started kindergarten. I am an international speaker, an author. I just released my first book called Free, My Truth, My Power, My Freedom. I am a consultant and a mentor.
Awesome. A woman that wears many hats.
Yes.
But I know, even though, you have a kindergartner running around, very inquisitive, have a lot of questions to ask, and then you have older kids. I'm excited that you still take the time out to make sure that your dreams are being fulfilled. And I congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
Another thing that stood out with me, you immediately announced yourself as daughter of the king. I love it because a lot of women don't realize their identity is in our Heavenly Father.
Absolutely.
And so you already know that you are a daughter of a king. So you know there is nothing stopping you from doing and fulfilling anything that you put your mind to.
Absolutely.
So you made mention that you are a newlywed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's a transition that moves from being single to being married. So you're juggling so many different things. How do you find the time to still have time for Candace?
You have to make time. You have to make yourself a priority. And I didn't know how to do that for a long time. And it took me to go through some things to realize that if I'm not in a great place, I'm not good for my husband or my kids or anybody else. So I've made myself a priority.
Awesome. Now, you also mentioned that you are a new author, so welcome to the literary world. Tell us a little bit about Free.
So Free is a book about my life. For many, many years, I would say 30 years, I carried unaddressed trauma from childhood to an adult. And I was ashamed and afraid to speak my truth. But I got to a place where I wanted to be free. I wanted to walk in my truth. I wanted to own that. And I wasn't concerned anymore with what people thought, or the people that hurt me, how that would make me look. I wasn't concerned with that anymore. So this is a raw and uncut version of my life that I put in paper. And hopefully it gives people the courage to also tell their truth, and walk in freedom.
Awesome. So, women, I think that's the spoken word arenas. When people say stuff good, they do the snap, snap. So I'm getting ready to do the snap, snap to you. Snap, snap for shattering the glass ceilings that was holding you captive. Snap, snap for
Absolutely.
unmuting your voice so that your story can be told and that you can give that clarion call to women and even men for them to rise out of their shame and their guilt so that they can move forward in life. Girl, I give you some more. What? Snap, snaps. Yes, ma'am. So tell me, you wrote the book Free. What in your personal story, because we already know our story is not for everybody, but there's some part of our story that everyone can gain knowledge from and can hold on to some wisdom, some nuggets of wisdom. Tell us a part of your personal story that no matter who it is, it will be able to resonate with that person and cause them to stop in their tracks to say, you know what? Today I need to make my change. No longer am I going to wait. I need to do it now.
Well, the first thing I say is life is so beautiful once you're free. And for me, I have experienced so many different traumas from, like I said, from childhood. I experienced molestation. I experienced rape. I've gone through domestic abuse in several forms, and I'd like to make sure I point that out, not all just physical. I experienced abandonment. My parents had me young, and then they went on and did their thing without me. So it doesn't matter how you start. You are the author of your life. You hold the pencil or the pen, and and the place where I am now, it's like, what story do you want to read in the end?
Yes, yes. What part of the story do you want to read? That's good. That makes you say, what part of the story do I want to read in my life? So with you bringing that up, tell us what caused you, or when was it? Let me rephrase that. When in your life did you say, I have a voice? I've been through too much. No longer will I be silenced. No longer will I accept being a victim. In me is my lioness, and I'm getting ready to let her roar, and no one will ever silence me again. When did you experience that and actually step into letting your roar be heard?
Honestly, it was recently. I would say last year, just a year ago. It hasn't been very long. For me, as a child, even I knew that I was different. I knew that God was going to use me. I just didn't know how. And I had to experience life to figure out what He wanted me to do. And He had to use my life and everything that I went through. And now I know it's to set other people free. So this just happened actually. I've been writing little things down here and there, but just to get to a place where I was like, I just want to be free. I don't want to do the fake stuff anymore. I'm tired of wearing the facade and making it look good on the outside and a mess on the inside. I just took time to heal myself. Um, and there you have it. Produced a book free.
Awesome. Candace, you are inspiration to many, whether they tell you, they're watching,
Thank
they
you.
see, they're receiving. And again, I congratulate you for taking the first
Thank you.
step. I congratulate you for taking the mask off because I heard you, you said it's tiring. It's very
Absolutely.
tiring, it's very draining, it's very depressing when you can't freely be yourself and you have to put this face on in front of different people. I congratulate you. And
Thank
for
you.
you to say, I did it just recently. That tells everyone that's watching, everyone that will ever hear this interview, that no matter what age you are, no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to start over. So,
Absolutely.
again, I commend you.
Thank you.
Yes, I commend you. Now, do you want to share an excerpt from your book?
Absolutely. I'll be honored. So again, my book is titled Free. You can see that.
Beautiful.
That's me. Thank you. So this says, this is me in real life. In December of 2021, I had a vision. I watched myself standing before thousands of people, sharing my story in that vision. I could see people in the audience crying and empathizing with and for me. I could also see people coming up to me. Some shared their stories, while others expressed how grateful they were to me for giving them the courage to speak up. It was at that moment that God spoke to me and said it was time for me to tell my story. I didn't know how I would accomplish it, but I knew I would make a way for me to finally fearlessly speak my truth. Most people who know me would describe me as a strong, fearless, and well-respected woman. While these attributes speak to who I truly am, they had no idea that for many years, mental, emotional, physical, sexual, and even financial abuse plagued my life. I suffered silently and in fear due to the narcissistic behaviors of my abuser. I felt ashamed and embarrassed because I was the one people came to for guidance, support, and strength. From coworkers to celebrities, I became a trusted confidant for those coping with some of the same pain I was silently enduring. Who was strong enough to be there for me? Who could I tell that the life I lived on stage was a life full of pain and constant torment behind the scenes? Who was strong enough to be there for me? Who could I tell? Sorry. Finally, I found the courage to escape the daily toxic living conditions and began putting the broken pieces of my life back together. I had a good paying job, living in the beautiful city of Atlanta, raising two beautiful girls, and running a successful media platform. In my head, I was doing pretty well. Years later, the person from my past responsible for the bulk of my trauma returned. He baited me with apologies, friendly conversations, laughs, and talks of wanting to step back up and assist with co-parenting our children. As a person that I am, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt because people can change, right? I gave this person limited access to my life and things were actually going well. Then boom, life suddenly changed and I felt like I was living out a scene from a movie. You know the one where the transformer blows, the entire city goes black, and then the power is restored. You find yourself living out your worst nightmare imaginable. This was me in real life. I was watching myself digress by living in fear and experiencing emotional and verbal abuse all over again. Just when I thought I was healed and ready to move forward with my life, I was reminded of all the pain I had experienced before. I realized that I had not healed, but learned to compartmentalize my trauma in order to function. I've been again slipping back into the abyss I fought so hard to climb out of. I was tormented with constant thoughts of self-harm, as well as thoughts of blaming others for their role in putting me back in the pit God has helped snatch me from. The more I wanted to be angry and retaliate, the more God stayed in my ear, reminding me that I was His child and He'd already freed me from the life of fear, shame, and defeat. The unabridged passion and raw emotion you will feel will grip your heart and fill your soul. I want to finally share how I was really feeling as I walked through some of the most painful moments of my life. While I was smiling for the cameras, I was slowly dying from heartache, betrayal, disgust, due to how I was being unfairly treated by those who were supposed to love me. In spite of it all, God equipped me with the power to forgive, not just to forgive others, but also to forgive myself. He has given me the power over fear. Through 1 Timothy 1:7, For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. I knew that I could not allow toxic words, behaviors, and actions of others to invade my life ever again. I developed the audacity to help others walk in their same divine freedom. I decided a long time ago that wasn't going to live in a mental state of being a victim. I have a powerful healing testimony that will encourage you to want to speak your truth as well. At the end of each chapter, I will share what I learned about myself during those tough times and the remedies I applied to my life to free myself from those chains that had me bound.
Baby girl, I had to remove myself.
Mhm.
That is the story of so many women and even some men. Thank you for sharing your truth in writing. Many people can say anything with their mouth, but you actually put it on pen and paper. And your story is not only freeing you, it's going to free so many people who pick up that book and read it like never before. You did it as to free you, but God is using you to help free others. And
Absolutely.
I share the tears because it reminds me of where I was. And now I can truly celebrate where I am. So again, I commend you. I celebrate you today. I am woman. You are the woman. Resilient, persistent, a woman of integrity, a woman with a true heart and genuine character. That's what the world needs. That's what sisters need. Another sister that is going to bear it all, despite what anybody is going to think or even say. So let me ask you a question. You recently have gotten married.
Yes.
You've gone through so much with relationships, abandonment, rejection, abuse. How do you now separate? Sometimes we allow, things from the past. We say things are just too good. And sometimes we slip back into the mental state of what we were then because of past experiences. How do you say, wait a minute, Candace? Hush, Candace. Don't respond this way. How do you keep it separate? How do you not allow what happened then cause you to react now?
First of all, I had to heal. I had to genuinely heal myself because I knew that God didn't intend for me to be alone. And and the things that we ask for, we have to prepare ourselves to receive them. My husband is somebody that I actually have known for 20 plus years. We went to college together. I just wasn't interested in him then. But I knew that he was different and he didn't deserve anything that anybody else had done to me. So with healing myself, that I don't feel that anymore. Like he shows me that he loves me, and this is the first person that I've been able to be naked with. And he knew everything about me before I put it in this book. Everything that I had held on to for many years, he knew about me, and that was my first sounding board where I was able to get all of this stuff out. And so now, like I said, it's just important that you completely heal before you enter into another relationship, because most of us are guilty of carrying trauma from one relationship to the next relationship, and then we wonder why we're getting the same results. So
Awesome. Awesome. So, if you were a book and we were no longer here on earth, say it's 100 years later, like we're still reading Shakespeare and all of these different books and they move us. If you were a book and someone in 3025 picked up the book entitled Candace Sanders, what would they find in your storyline? What would they take away and hold on to so dearly? What would be a quote that you may pen in that book that's going to fire them up so that they can be their greatest version of themselves?
Mm, wow.
Wow.
For
For
me, I
me, I
think
think
someone that
someone that
lives
lives
life on
life
her
on her
own
own
terms.
terms.
The
The
scripture that
scripture that
I
I
live by,
live by,
God had not given
God had
us the
not
spirit
given
of
us the
fear,
spirit of fear,
but of
but
power
of
and of
power and
love
of
and
love
of a
and of
sound
a
mind.
sound mind.
And that
And
is what
that
gets
is
you
what gets you
through
through
every single
every
day.
single day.
Yes, awesome. Now, you are also on the Global Women Speakers Network
Yes.
Yes,
with Miss Tina D. Lewis.
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
So
ma'am.
tell us about this amazing global platform that she has created to bring powerful, dynamic women from all around the world to be able to speak to other women, men on all topics that deal with our lives, personal finances, careers, and everything. Tell us something about the Global Women's Speaker Network and your experience with that platform.
So
So
I
I
just
just
recently
recently
became a
became a
part
part
of
of
this
this
network,
network,
and
and
it's
it's
absolutely
absolutely
amazing.
amazing
Um,
um,
because
because
everything that I
everything that I
went
went
through, it's
through
just
is just
not
not
something that
something that
happens right
happens
here
right
in the
here in the
U.S.
U.S.
Right here
Right
in North
here in North
Carolina,
Carolina,
where I'm
where I'm
located.
located.
Women
Women
all
all
around the
around the
world
world
experience
experience
this,
this.
and a
And
lot
a
of
lot of
times
times
we
we
have
have
been,
been,
as
as
women, we're
women, we're
positioned to
positioned to
walk
walk
gracefully, no
gracefully no
matter
matter
our
our
lives are
lives are
falling
falling
apart
apart
around us.
around us.
And so
And
this
so this
platform gives
platform
us
gives
the
us the
opportunity
opportunity
to
to
tell our
tell our
truth to the
truth to the
world.
world.
And I'm
And I'm
so
so
excited to be
excited
a
to be
part
a
of that.
part of
And I'm
that. And I'm
so
so
honored
honored
that I was
that I was
invited
invited
to be a
to be a
part of
part
this
of this
movement.
movement.
Awesome, awesome. Now, we're closely getting to the end of this show tonight. I want you to tell the audience how they can contact you, how they can get a copy of your book, and any other information that you want to leave with the audience of how they can reach Candace Sanders or even work with Candace Sanders.
So I
So I
can
can
be
be
reached
reached
by
by
email.
email.
My
My
email
email
address
address
is
is
hello
hello
at
at
cnicolesanders.com.
cnicolesanders.com.
You can
You can
also
also
purchase my
purchase my
book.
book.
I will
I will
send you a
send you a
signed
signed
copy of
copy
my
of my
book.
book.
On my
On my
website,
website,
it
it
is
is
also
also
cnicolesanders.com.
cnicolesanders.com.
My book
My
is
book is
available on
available on
Amazon
Amazon
as well
as
as
well as
Barnes and
Barnes and
Noble.
Noble.
I'm on
I'm on
all
all
social media
social media
platforms,
platforms,
and my
and my
handles
handles
are
are
C
C
underscore
underscore
Nicole
Nicole
Sanders.
Sanders.
That's how you
That's
get
how
in
you
touch
get in
with
touch with
me.
me.
Awesome. Now, do you have any upcoming events or any activities that you're going to be doing that you would like to go ahead and share with the audience?
There's a
There's
lot
a
of
lot
things
of
in the
things in the
works
works
that I'm
that
kind
I'm
of
kind of
going to
going to
be
be
tight-lipped about
tight-lipped
it right
about it right
now.
now.
But if you
But if you
stay tuned
stay
to
tuned to
my
my
website,
website,
all the
all the
updates will
updates
be
will be
there, as
there,
well as my
as well as
social
my
media
social media
pages.
pages.
Awesome. Well, again, Candace, I would like to thank you for coming on the Voices of an Author with V. Wearing today. Girl, you done had me sitting here shedding tears on this interview. So just as you've moved me and you've touched me, I know you have moved and touched so many who are currently watching and for those who are going to watch. It has indeed been our pleasure to feature you on tonight. This
Thank
is
you.
Verlisa Waring with the Voices of an Author with V. Waring. If you would like to be featured on Voices of an Author with V. Waring, please do not hesitate to contact me. Reach out to me at verlisa.waring at the RiseHer Network. Until we meet again, thank you all for joining Voices of an Author with V. Waring, tonight featuring the one and only, the free Mrs. Candace Sanders. You all have a wonderful evening.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.